Word on the streets, it's Bowls and Beats. What's good, everybody, and welcome back to another episode with your girl X. To honor the end of Women's History Month, I want to continue the vibes by bringing on two fierce ladies. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship, how to build self-confidence, and I might even do something crazy, like get a tattoo. But you're going to have to stay tuned for that. Let's welcome Rose and Mika. Woo! What's up, ladies? How are you?
We're good. How are you?
Good.
I'm good. I can't speak for her, but actually,
No.
I shouldn't speak for her, so I'm good.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
We're all very blessed today.
Can't complain. Yes.
Yes.
Woke
Blessed,
up
yeah.
today, breathing.
Yes.
You know.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us. for
So
real.
today we're gonna have like a girl talk and just talk about building confidence, entrepreneurship, and sisterhood. So I wanted to start by asking you guys, like, how was your personal entrepreneurship journey? Obviously, everyone's is different, but it's a struggle, and not a lot of people are talking about it, especially right now, like this hustle era.
Yes.
Everyone wants to be a boss. Everybody wants to be an influencer, but nobody's talking about the struggle
And
and the
there's a lot of
journey.
struggle.
Definitely.
It's a beautiful
Yes.
journey as well.
Yeah,
right?
100%. A lot of growth.
Yes.
Definitely a lot of
Yeah.
growth.
So let everybody know just what you do and what your journey was like.
So I'm Mika. I am the cake plug on Instagram. I run a cake business, custom cake business from home.
You guys have
I
probably seen her. I posted you a couple times.
She's everywhere.
So I went to school for baking and pastry arts management. I went to Humber College, but
okay.
I didn't finish. I dropped out. But I was still able to finish my what was it called again? The internship.
Yeah.
So by doing the internship, I was able to get a job in the bakery. So
Right.
from then, I was seeing what she was doing, and I was like, I want to do this too, and then started my own business. So it's been since 2018, and we're in 2024 now. So I wanna
Quite
say
a
it's been about
while.
6 years now.
Good for you, girl.
Thank
Congrats.
you.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
How about you,
Long time.
Rose? What do you do?
I am a tattoo artist,
Hey.
Black Rose Inc. Honestly, I actually really started this journey. Like, I got the machine and everything back in like July. I would say July 2019, 2020.
Okay, so it's been a while
Yeah.
too.
But I was like, honestly, my field of work was working at the warehouse. My last job was FedEx. Shout out FedEx. Y'all broke my back. It's not a place to be for women, but
heard.
yeah, holy
Laughing.
no. It's definitely heavy lifting, but
Yeah.
I was going through a time in my life where it's like I was making money, but it's like I wasn't happy, and I was like, yo, I really need like something, you know what I mean? Like I'm young, but like I really need something to like chase for real, like, you know what I mean?
Right,
Not like
right.
work for somebody else and like help build their business. Like I need to build my brand, you know what I mean?
Right.
But what really made me start was something that she said, and I tell this to everybody, like Mika is literally my reason of starting, you know, my business, because she was doing the cakes. Yeah, she
Cute.
told me one thing, and when she said that thing, I was like, bruh. She was like, it's always hard to start, but once you start, it's only up from there. And I just, you know, I just went for it. I gave her first tattoo. Like, I mean,
No
for
way.
me, like
What
my
was
first
it?
Yeah, she
tattoo.
did. It's
Yeah.
the money sign right here.
Oh, cool.
Crazy story.
little
So
backwards.
it printed backwards, and I didn't notice, and I did a
Stop.
backwards.
And I love it.
I
Like,
told her I
It
was
is
gonna
kinda
cover it
cool.
up.
I don't want to cover it up
Yeah,
ever.
she
no.
tells me I'm all over her. Really, literally.
I love to see it.
Honestly, tatting did change my life financially.
The money's good, don't get me wrong, and being able to like make your own money by yourself is just like, I feel like the most rewarding part. I won't say it's the best part because money isn't everything. I will tell you that money is not everything, and money won't make you happy, but it is
Yeah.
the most rewarding part because it's like I did this by
Yes.
myself.
Yes.
Facts.
Well,
Yes.
you have your.
No,
I
it's
want to say by
definitely
myself
rewarding.
because you have your team, you have your people who believe in you.
Yeah.
So it's like
Right.
I did this with my village,
Yes.
and I'm creating a stream of income for myself. I'm creating this life that I want to live for myself.
And you do
I
need
would
to
say.
give yourself credit because, like, although you have a team, like when you're your own boss, your own entrepreneur, like it really does come down to you.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
that makes
does.
sense.
Because, like,
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have been through it where, like, you just don't feel like working or you don't feel like doing something, and you
Yes.
notice, like,
Yes.
your
Yup.
money's going down, the views are going down because
Yup.
nobody's coming to save you. Like,
That's-
you are the boss.
Yeah.
right?
Right now.
So, what do you do in times like that where, you know, it's just like hard, like personal life gets hard and you just have to keep going?
Distractions.
Yeah.
Lately,
Can't lie.
we've been like, around each other a
Yeah,
lot.
like we honestly we use each other as a distraction, and
For
it may not
real.
be the best thing, but it's just like when you have somebody who gets
Yeah,
it.
she's my business person, and all my other friends, they do run a business. You know what I mean? Most of them. You know what I mean? Shout out to the 9 to 5 too. That's, you know what I mean. But I do have a lot of business people around me, and it is important to have that because you learn stuff off of them and they learn stuff off of you.
Right.
And
right.
you could be each other's guidance. It's a journey together.
100%.
Yeah.
Have you guys felt like you lost anybody, or like, you know, nobody wanted to level up with you?
Yeah. Yeah. I would say so. Yeah. 100%.
Tell me about that.
I just feel like
We won't say names. We won't say names.
I don't want to say it.
No, we can say Kiki.
I just feel like being in a relationship young, it does hold you back a lot. And I just feel like relationships do hold you back sometimes because you revolve yourself around this person and you pour into them more when you should be pouring into yourself.
Especially as a woman.
Yes.
You just naturally
and I'm
do
a
that.
lover girl. Like, honestly, I love being around my, you know, significant other. You get what I'm saying? It's about like time management and everything. Personally, my focus wasn't on like good time management, I would say, back in the days when I was in love, because I was like, oh, I want to make time for him and I want to make time for this and I want to make time for, you know, work as well. But it's like, it's sometimes when you don't have the right person, it's like a distraction.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's not saying like
it's not just friends. That goes for relationships too. 100%.
And it doesn't mean like, you know, maybe like you came across them at the wrong time. It doesn't mean like there's no like future or whatever. But in that time, it's like you have to focus on yourself. Like 20s are really your prime. Like I'm really learning that your 20s are really your prime. I'm starting to have more fun and focus on me more.
I had to learn that the hard way. Like
So,
people who didn't want to elevate with me, and I was just trying to like force them to out of obviously good intentions. You're like, I want you to level up with me, but they're not at that mindset to grow yet, or they're not seeing the vision you're seeing. So 100%. It's like eventually you got to get left behind, right? And the universe will show that through one situation or another, right?
Exactly.
And if you're an entrepreneur and you're not in a healthy relationship,
100%.
Ooh, good luck.
Yeah, for sure.
Good luck.
Yeah,
good
it's
luck.
hard.
Good luck.
Balancing everything, your emotions, work, clients.
You need to be around people who are going to motivate you, push you to do better.
Exactly.
Not feel intimidated by you or in competition with you.
Yes, 100%.
That was a big one I learned with friends is like, I didn't realize like I was in competition with some people who were in competition with me. Especially when you're like a girl's girl, you just want to like elevate with everybody. You want to support them so hard. As friends should. You should support each other 100% like you guys just mentioned.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't get that support back. Yeah. And that's
Not
a huge red flag.
You can't work with everybody. You really can't.
Yeah,
it's like it really depends on personality and everything too, because sometimes people like they're just born that way, and
100%.
You might like you're gonna learn to change it eventually. You know what I mean? But like,
and if the circle around you isn't supporting you, that's not your circle.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're doing. Like I hate how people try to use the excuse like maybe they're just not into what you're doing. A friend will support you no matter what you're doing.
My friends that don't repost my stuff, you don't have to get a tattoo. The friends that don't repost my stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Or like even commenting. It's like the little things. It's the little things.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the least you could do is like, yo, big ups. Like, or you're just a hater. So
or insecure.
Yeah.
That's usually
or
what
it
is.
It
always comes down to insecurity, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be straight up. This might sound conceited, but I can't be friends with insecure people. No, I'm being dead ass. I never get along with insecure people.
I hate
ever.
it.
Like we always end up like not liking each other, and I think it's just because like anything you say or do as a confident person is going to bother an insecure person.
Yeah,
definitely.
Because they want your confidence. They want how happy you are, regardless if you're still struggling like them or struggling more than them. The fact that you're still confident in who you are, like they're envious of that.
I kid you not. On my birthday, I went out for dinner, and yes, I was in that all white. I seen a lot of Scorpios in all white. I swear I set the trend because November 1st is my birthday. I'm gonna take it. But no, like I was looking good. I know I was looking good. My friends were looking good. These girls were walking past, and I guess it was one of their girls' birthday too. And like, I usually be like, you look so good. No, I was literally about to give a compliment, but I seen a girl give me stink eye, so I was like, bruh. That was super uncalled for because I was just about to say, your friend, she looks really good. Happy birthday to you too.
100%.
You know what I mean? But then it's like, you might feel a little intimidated.
100%.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be real. I will pour into all my people who say, oh, if I want to start a business, best believe I will literally be at your door at 6 a.m. like, hi, hello.
Right
on your ass.
Like it's normal to want that for your friends. So if like your friends are not doing that for you,
they're not your friends. I'm telling you.
Unfortunately, like I was a stubborn ass. I was stubborn, bro. I was stubborn. Like there were so many red flags, and I just wanted to believe. I'm like, nah, like that's my girl. You know what I mean? Like because there's so much history sometimes. Like I've known you since childhood or high school, whatever, and you want them to grow with you. And I had a friend I'm not gonna say names. I had a friend named Kiki, and she like had a business that I did not care for. Like
Yeah.
literally what she was doing, I didn't even like. Like she was doing, okay, whatever. She was doing pastries. I don't even like pastries. Like I'm not a sweets person. Like I don't really care for that.
Oh,
shit.
that's me.
But I was in her comments all the time, like
Yeah.
fire, reposting that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the second I started my business,
Radio
like,
silence.
Actually,
no
That's actually
comments,
crazy.
no
Are you serious?
reposts. It was like no likes. I was like, oh.
Fake.
Oh, but you know what I mean?
No.
Like, but
Like,
I think it's people just
she
not
would
being secure
never.
with themselves. And I was stubborn because I really didn't want to lose those friends. But sometimes you have to just let go.
oh, I know.
It's like either I'm gonna stay down here or like I gotta let you go and elevate for myself, right?
Yeah.
People don't really like when you are yourself. Honestly, they really don't. Because it's like, how do you have that much confidence to really be you? No matter what anybody says, no matter where you go, how do you have that confidence to just stay true to yourself? And people don't like that.
A lot of people will hang out with people they know they don't like or they know they're fake with just because they want company. They want to be around somebody. They can't be alone.
That's not
I
cute.
personally, I'm like, I will have no friends before I'm hanging out with people that I don't like.
If I
Same.
Like it makes me uncomfortable. Like
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm literally uncomfortable.
It's like, I won't talk to
100%.
you.
yeah,
I'm
like
if I
I
don't
will
really,
be there
yeah,
at the function. Like
same stiff.
I could
know?
Like, are you
Yeah.
okay?
Sure.
No, I'm not okay. I want to
yeah,
go home.
like I can't
Yeah.
be myself,
Yeah,
and that's
no.
also a green flag. You can be yourself.
Yeah.
Like if you constantly have to like have a filter or like your friends like making fun of like your insecurities, trying to play it off as a joke, like
Yeah.
like
That- I
that's
don't
weird.
stand for
That's
that.
weird.
I don't stand for
weird,
that.
right?
I definitely feel like as even grown women, like
Even guys too. I notice guys do that
They do
too,
too
and they
much.
just
They do that
don't.
way too
They don't
much.
say
Like,
anything.
especially in front of
Yeah.
females.
Right? Oh,
Don't
my
do that.
God.
Anyways, that's a turn off.
You do argue with your friends. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, you disrespect me, or like you said something that wasn't cool. But it's like to
Have some
constantly
respect.
have like shady comments.
yeah, that's not
just
your
like-
friend. It's like, why are you
Yeah.
around me if you're gonna be weird?
Yeah,
You don't
that should
like
be your
me?
biggest hype girl.
No.
Like,
Yeah,
not
no,
someone who's,
100%.
like, making you feel
100%.
insecure. Yeah,
You should be
yeah.
the light of my life. As my
Yes.
friends, all my friends are the light of my life. Like, I
100%.
love every single one of
Yeah.
my friends, and I'm
all
just
my
like,
friends. Shout out to y'all girls.
bitches, I love you
I love you
guys.
guys. You need your girls. You know what I mean? Like you need a safe space, a sisterhood. You definitely need that. Somebody to talk to, advice. You know, there's different age groups. You know what I mean? All my friends are older than me, so like most of them are married, have kids,
Right,
all that
right,
stuff.
right.
You need that. Like
Yeah,
what I mean?
let's talk about that.
you do.
Like getting into relationships and then just dropping your girls. Why? Why is that a thing? And it's not a thing for guys. It's always the girls. And I'm like, what the fuck?
dropping friends for a guy? Who
Are you
does that?
sarcastic? Like, what's that?
Like dropping friends for a guy? I would
People
never.
do that.
Like,
People
no.
do that. I've
Ever,
experienced
like,
that. I've
they
experienced
just
that.
never talk to them again.
I've experienced that.
That's weird. I think
Yeah,
it's
yo.
Like not talk to
I've
you because the
experienced
man
that.
was like didn't like you or something?
Yeah. And that was my girl first before they started
No,
dating.
no, no, no,
Yeah,
no, no,
that's
no,
weird.
Yeah.
no,
I don't know
yo,
about that.
Yeah, yo.
I mean, I can't speak for
I
everybody and
know,
like
I
what happens in
know.
their relationships, but I like it's like if you're my friend, that's my friend.
yeah,
What do you
Right.
mean? It's me and
Yeah.
her.
Right? Or I've had
didn't
friends get
meet,
into
it's
relationships
me
and they
her.
like won't even
Yeah.
come out. They
Yeah.
won't make plans anymore. It's like they're just a homebody now, or they're just friends with whoever their man's girlfriends are. And I'm just like,
I honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I was around my man a lot. You know what I mean? My ex-man, sorry. Let's just correct that. Yeah, but I was definitely like, you know, consumed in that relationship. Like
Right.
it was, I guess if it was a mental, you know, thing, like, you know what I mean? You learn, you grow. You can't just do that. But
Yeah.
I do, like, honestly, I enjoy spending time with, if I had a significant other, you know, I would enjoy that. And I enjoy like my friends. I would balance it out, like the right amount, you know
Right,
what I
right,
mean?
right,
And
right.
still have time for myself.
right.
Yeah, but my friends are definitely my piece. Like
Like
I have
there's
so
no,
much fun.
especially with technology right now, there's no reason why you can't have like 2 minutes to just pick up the phone and send your friend a text.
Oh, I
Hey, how
answer.
you feeling? Like, are you okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, people get married, like you were saying, they have kids, they don't have time, whatever. You want to be all about your family, but you
yes.
still there's phones.
No, you
Yes.
make time for who
Phones,
you
bro.
want to make time for.
Like, you can take
Yeah.
2 minutes
Not
to
gonna
send
lie.
a text. Like,
No, you make time.
and the divorce is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what happens if you and your man split?
Mm-hmm.
Like, not
Yeah.
even divorce, breaking up, whatever,
Yeah.
right? Like,
At
then
the
what?
end of the
You're gonna
day-
call up all your girls that you dropped?
yeah.
No,
Right? It's
don't
like-
do that. No, yeah,
like, I'm not
facts.
gonna be
At the end of the
here.
day, when you and your partner break up for real, your friends are gonna be there. Who are you gonna cry to? Who's gonna understand you? Who's
100%.
gonna take you outside?
Obviously, there's certain situations like I'm gonna hang
Yeah.
out with my man, not you today, whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if my girl needs me, like, I was always there. Like my
Yeah,
girls were going through a
100%.
breakup, I was there. Like, you know what I mean? Like they
Yep.
needed someone to spend New Year's with. They're third wheeling me and my man. I'm like, I don't care if you're uncomfortable. Like this is my friend.
100%.
Like, right?
Yeah.
And it's just, it sucks when you don't get that same energy back.
Yeah,
It's like, you know,
Honestly, I'm done being so accessible.
You're people pleasing.
Yeah, very.
Like you just want to make
Yeah.
everybody happy, but no
Yeah.
one gives a fuck if you're happy.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
Nobody ever sees it either.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
She sees right through me. Definitely.
I love that.
Like right.
But I
through
like
me.
that you say that. That's important too, to hold each other accountable,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
We're in a day and age where there's a lot of yes men around social media. Everybody's
Mhm.
chasing the cloud. Everybody's social climbing. They just want to hang out
100%.
with whoever's, saying go
Yeah.
boo, go get drunk, and
Yeah.
like go
Right.
make a fool of yourself, whatever. But then when
Mhm.
it comes down to real shit, like
Yeah.
who's actually there?
100%.
Right? Like
Yeah.
if
People
you're
don't like
sick,
yes
if you're getting
men.
sick
Mhm.
tomorrow, you come down with a disease, who's actually gonna be around you
Right?
Yeah.
and like take care of you, make sure you're good.
Mm.
Instead of going to the club and
Yep.
Snapchatting it.
Shout out to my
Right.
girl. I was sick for almost 2 weeks after my birthday. She literally dealt with me so neat. Like I had to be on 2 puffers and everything.
Oh shit.
But
Do
she
you have asthma?
I guess I do now. Like I guess
the
smoking
gang.
really facts.
Speaking of spliffs, the cake plug,
Yup.
as you guys assumed, obviously relates to the herbs as well. I'm
Yes.
saying herbs purposely because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it censors.
Okay.
So I just want to talk about that too. You guys know I'm a huge advocate when it comes to herbs, and the cake plug is familiar with that. So how did you kind of transition from doing that? Because you originally were you just doing that, or was it just part of your menu?
It's kind of hard to sell edibles. I can say edibles, right? So it's kind of hard to sell edibles because you can kind of get them everywhere, and they're kind of expensive. So I'll just do like a special, or like if somebody asks me like, oh, do you have edibles or do you have like the butter? I'll be like, yeah, I can make this and this for you. So I'll just do it because I like it. It's just hard for me because I actually don't know how much weed. Oh my god, I don't know how much like milligrams I'm putting in the actual product. So that's why this is why
That's
this is why I don't
hilarious.
advertise it, because I don't know how much
The
She fucked me up.
It's a
There's
mystery.
a story.
no, I literally
There's
call it
definitely a
mystery.
story.
I tell everybody, I'm like,
That's
listen, it's gonna
hilarious.
affect you differently. I don't know, because everybody says it's different. I'm like, this is a mystery edible, so eat it at your own risk, eat it at your own will. I don't know. I'm like, it
She
puts
told
me
me
to bed.
that.
It fucks people up. I've seen people swim in their bed.
Okay.
Fucked her up.
So around this time I found out I had COVID, and this was like fresh. Like I would say it's like September 2020.
Okay.
Yes.
Just starting.
And yeah, so I got the 19, and she being the
Nice.
cool friend, like I pulled up on her in my vehicle, and I was like,
Masked up.
yeah, masked up. I was like, hey friend, and she sat on the grass and she like chilled with me, and she's like, I got a brownie for you, because I was like, okay, this has to do with respiratory stuff, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I shouldn't smoke. It's new. People don't know shit about it. So I was like,
True.
okay, I'm not gonna smoke. So I tried not to smoke. And I was like, I want to get high though. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be in my room stuck the fuck. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, so she gave me the brownie, and I swear to you, I took one piece, and it's like I couldn't tell like if it was the COVID-19 symptoms where I couldn't breathe, or it was the
Oh,
weed.
no.
I was so high, and then I would fall asleep and I would wake up high. I couldn't even move. I felt like I had sleep paralysis.
I believe that. I
I
happened
swear
to
to
me
God.
once.
Kind of fucked
No,
her up
like
a little bit.
it's almost like a coma high.
Yeah,
You're
no,
like you're just there.
100%.
You're just there.
I was super there. I was like,
That was me too. That's what I'm saying.
That
Like
was
that was
me.
me.
This is why.
That's when you're having too much THC.
No, for
You're just
real,
like
for
a
real.
coma.
I literally died and
coma.
came back to life. I was like, I will never do. That was my last edible, guys.
I'm so sorry to you, Rose.
But no, that's fine.
But
But-
that
you know
is
what
why I kind of have to give credit to the legal
Yeah.
side of cannabis because herbs, because they do try to regulate that so that
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
don't have those experiences and you actually do get messed up, and then you
Yeah.
try to blame the plant when it's really
Exactly.
you took too much. I don't know about you guys if you just use it for recreational use, which is fine. We got to stop with that stigma too. Like personally, I just found that it was like the better outlet. Like I used to be a heavy drinker, like heavy. And it was just like not doing anything for me. It was like ruining my goals. I couldn't get up in the morning. My weekends were just like clubbing, drinking. I was getting sick,
Yeah.
hangovers. Like it was not cute.
That.
Then when I switched to herbs, my life changed. Like it was like a 360. I've been drinking like, I think it's like 4 years now, 3-4 years.
Congratulations. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's been a wild.
Good
Yeah, it's
for
been a
you.
wild ride.
Good
But like
for
I'll
you.
never go back. And even things like that, like speaking of depressing, like
Yeah.
herbs also help with that. Like when you're going through something like rough, like life is hard. You'll
Yeah.
experience like hard ass shit. And if you haven't, I'm happy for you. But
For
like
real.
don't judge
Yeah.
anybody else who does use herbs as a mean to get through life, because that is the best outlet possible. It's better to go to that than alcohol and to harder drugs. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are
100%.
alcoholics. A lot of people are
Yeah.
serious drug addicts, and herbs
100%.
like don't really do anything negative. Like, when was the
No.
last time you heard of a stoner beating his wife? Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's like, it's like alcohol, bigger
Yeah.
drugs.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
when was the last time you heard like a stoner like off themselves? Like, you don't hear
Yeah,
that
you
either
don't hear
because it makes
that.
you kind of appreciate
Yeah.
life a little more
All you
rather
hear
than
about is
be
DUIs.
negative, right?
Yeah.
I found that it brought like more positivity to my life than
Mhm.
negativity.
100%.
So I'll always be an advocate for the greens. It's all about knowing your limits, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like why you're using this. Like
Mhm.
if you're using it
To
to
have
try
fun.
to ignore like something serious in your life,
Mhm.
doesn't matter what you're using, that's not good.
Yeah,
Right? You
100%.
know what I mean? It could be even in your phone.
Yeah.
Like you're using your phone as an escape to ignore something in your life. Like
that is so
don't
annoying.
use things as escapes.
It's
You
so
know what I'm saying?
annoying.
And I even want to talk about your post. You posted like 2 days ago, 3 days
Yeah,
ago,
about 2
that you were having a hard time coming out with
Yes.
new content because it's like sometimes you get like to this depressive like you're stuck.
Yeah.
You're like I don't feel like making new content because it takes up so much energy.
Mm.
So how do you kind of like dig
So-
yourself out of that?
I
We
don't
were
know.
just
It's
talking
kind of
about
like
this.
hard. No, we were literally just talking about this yesterday, and I don't know. It's kind of hard to say like how I pull myself out of it because I'm not gonna lie. I sometimes feel like I don't. I don't cope. I cover it up, and I use work as like the biggest I think escape when it comes to just like being depressed. So I will pour myself into my work. So
That's another escape
you know
work.
what I mean?
Mhm.
And then
A
when it's,
normalized
like,
one.
right? I just have to just, get up every day and do the things that I know will make me feel better. Like wash your face. Actually, you know what? No.
It
I
really
can't
is
lie.
the small
It actually-
things.
It is the
It
small
really is
things,
the small
you know? And like
things.
I've been taking like little advice from, I can't lie, men. I can't believe. No, actually, shout out to the men. I love men. I don't like men slander. I'm so tired of men slander.
I
I
do
love my
too.
men, and I love men. So shout out to the men.
We
'cause I'll
love men,
actually
not
listen, you know?
boys.
Yes.
Men,
Yeah,
not boys, exactly.
Yes.
So I've been
Amen.
listening to like men's suggestions, and they're like, why don't you do your hair every day? Why don't you go sit outside and smoke instead of sitting in your room? And I'm like, oh my god, you're right. Go get some sun. I'm like, because I won't listen to anybody. I'm like, that's a good idea. Like, do something
Yeah.
to make you feel better. So it's just like do one thing to make yourself feel better, whether that's
It really is the small
no,
things.
yeah,
Yeah.
it could be anything. You know what I mean? Like anything. Actually, not anything, because that's. I'm like, don't do drugs, guys. Like, don't go crazy. But
I'm
like,
done.
Yeah.
not those type of drugs, but like, do something that makes you happy. That's something that's fulfilling. Like, go get some sun, go get some air, go see a friend.
Something
go
that's
for a
gonna
drive, go for a
positively affect
walk,
you.
You know, like
Yeah.
I've
do
been
something that
dragging
you
her
haven't-
out.
She has. Like, I will sit in my bed and bed rot. If I have nothing to do, if I have no work, I will. I'm
Honestly,
so
that's a
happy to
lot
be
of
in my
us,
bed.
but nobody talks
Yeah.
about it.
No.
Yeah.
Because we're too busy posting about like when we're not in bed rotting,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But nobody's posting when they
No.
are in bed
What?
rotting. We're just not posting.
No,
right?
not at all. And it's
Yeah.
like,
And
And that's
nobody
something
wants
like
to
I
post
wanted to
that.
talk about was like the fake dopamine you get from social media too. Nobody talks about that.
100%.
Everybody talks about, weed smokers, alcohol drinkers, but your phones
Mhm.
give you such a crazy dopamine. That's why so many people are depressed, they're anxious, they get into
I
that
was
state
just
where it's
about to
like
say
I'm not
that.
making
Yeah.
content now, I feel worthless. I feel like a
That's-
piece of shit.
Yes.
Like literally
yes.
that's how I've been feeling. Like my last episode was so long ago and like till now I've been feeling that way. I'm like, wow, I'm not doing
Right.
enough. Like, oh my
Same.
god, what's wrong with me?
It's like,
Like,
what do I
Yeah.
need to do?
it's hard to like get out of that
Mhm.
that feeling, especially when you're making original content.
Yeah.
'Cause you're seeing all these people go viral for like reposting other people's shit,
Yeah.
and then you're
Yeah.
like, what's the point of me making this content
Yeah.
if it's not even reaching the views? And then all these stupid people are getting clout.
I really
stupid
feel like
shit.
we're shadow banned.
Or
I really do.
it's like people just want to see stupid stuff, and like people can't really
Yeah.
appreciate real. No, not even. Yeah, people can't
It's just too
appreciate
much shit.
real art and authentic people because
yeah.
social media is so fake.
Mhm.
And it's like
Yeah.
when you are yourself, it's like, oh my god, wow, a real person. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I am a real
Right?
person.
No,
Like,
honestly, sometimes when
you
I'll
know?
post like stupid things or something that I think people are gonna judge me for because I'm telling them my truth, it ends up being like the most relatable thing.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
replying back, and I'm like, wow, like,
it's like
you
finally
really gotta be yourself.
real.
And I feel
Right?
like that's
Your
rare
post.
nowadays. That's why everybody gravitates to it. It's like
Definitely.
refreshing to see like someone just being real.
Yeah.
Honestly, this
Right?
is why I will always like be an advocate for always be yourself. Always post the content you
Facts.
want to post. Post
Honestly.
how you are because it's just like people want to see. People are in and people want to see your real life. So I can't lie. Like just being yourself and being authentic and being real because it's just like we're on here to be relatable. I'm sorry, but like a lot of these relatable things are not relatable. Like I'm sad today. I'm probably gonna be sad tomorrow. That's real. Like
Yeah.
my room's a mess.
Yep.
That's real.
Yep.
You know what
and
I
actually,
mean?
you brought up the fact that like you haven't beat your depression. Like sometimes you still feel it. Like
Yeah.
people don't understand. Like it's not like a cure or one day
No.
when you achieve this or you have this. everything's gonna be okay. Like
Yeah.
you carry your trauma and your PTSD, whatever it is, with you, like
Mm-hmm.
your whole life.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to learn how to deal with it when it does come up. You know what I mean? Everybody has their moments where you know
Yeah.
you start remembering whatever terrible things happen in your life, whatever's holding you back, and you get into that state. It's just
Yeah.
like the way you get out of that state is what's important. Right?
Definitely.
I definitely wish I dealt with my emotions and my pain and my trauma when it happened instead of like using numbness as a coping mechanism. Like I just honestly, I sometimes feel like I'm not in control of that. Like my body just reacts that way, and my coping mechanism is to just numb out that shit. You know what I mean?
Yep,
like it's like, but it's not dealt with. You know what I mean? Like it's not solved, and you're gonna have to deal with it when you get older, and which we are dealing with.
And it gets
Exactly.
worse. Honestly, the older you get,
Yes.
the worse it does get. Because
Yep.
it's like you are more self-aware, and it's like, wow, that really did bother me. And now it's like it bothered me then,
Yeah.
like this. Now it's bothering me like
Yeah.
that, and then in a different way because I'm older and I'm processing it differently.
Right,
you
right.
know?
You see it differently. You
Yeah.
carry it with you.
Yeah.
If you don't solve shit, you literally just carry it with you. You're using
Yeah.
coping mechanisms to distract
Yeah.
yourself. Like we were just
Yeah.
talking about social media, especially
Definitely.
nowadays with the fake dopamine
Yeah.
of social media through video games, porn. Like that's a huge one
Yeah.
for relationships. You know what I'm saying? People let that get to their head too much. That's the reason why I started this podcast. I'm like, there's so much like fake clout, especially for Toronto
Yep.
and women. I'm not even gonna mention names, but I know when you think of Toronto women, like there's specific women that come to mind that are just not great representations.
No.
And even with all the clout that they've achieved, they're doing
Yeah.
nothing good with it.
Yep.
Oh, you know what?
Yep.
Like, when you have lemons, make lemonade. They did not make lemonade.
Like,
They made a cup and drank it
Yeah.
themselves.
like
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if I'm gonna get some sort of viral clip, like
Yeah.
at least I'm bringing other people with me, like
Yeah,
small
facts.
businesses,
Yeah.
women,
Right?
local people. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like
Yeah.
you were talking about community, how people are scared to be
Yeah.
themselves. Like there's always a community for every person.
There is.
Yeah,
People are gonna
100%.
like you
there's
for
a
you
niche
no
for-
matter what.
Yeah, and we kind of just gotta get back to that on social media. It's like
It's
making
about
people
how-
feel good because social media
Yeah,
isn't terrible.
definitely.
Let's
I was
not
about to
say
say
that.
that. It's really
I
not.
was
It
just
can be
about to say
great.
that.
Example this
Could be a good
podcast.
thing.
Like you could
100%.
use it to uplift other people,
Growth.
right?
Building
Help people
businesses.
exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
To like reconnect with people that you may like lost connections.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's just like I feel like also like back in the days we didn't have these type of conversations about healing and
Oh yeah.
inner
Oh, yeah.
wounds and PTSD and trauma and all
Right.
that stuff. We kind of just brush it under the rug, like, you know what I mean? All old school parents are like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's now it's like you get on social media and there's a lot of self-aware, spiritual, you know, mentally intelligent, emotionally intelligent people, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's like you don't always meet them in person all the time, but you get on the net, you're definitely gonna find somebody
Yeah, yeah.
from a different country.
Yeah. We have
telling
access
you-
to information.
Yes.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like sometimes it makes you more self-aware learning all these things. Or even you don't go to church, but you go on TikTok or something and you see a live video of a sermon or something. It
Right,
makes you
right.
feel,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like,
Or like those prayer
yes,
videos.
you feel a release or something.
Right.
But there is also that bad dopamine 100%. But that side, like the positive side of it, like learning and, you know, all that stuff
Right.
about yourself,
Right.
it's very convenient, you know what I mean? Because we didn't have that back in the day.
That's actually another reason why like I wanted to have people come on this podcast that aren't just celebrities. Like
Yeah.
I'm not doing this to chase the clout. I'm doing this to build a community.
Yeah.
To help people grow.
Definitely.
Like I wish I could give myself advice when I was younger, you know what I mean? Like
No,
have a
for
podcast
real.
like this to be like,
Yeah.
you're good, you're gonna get through this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially now when everybody's so isolated on their phones, especially girls, young people, like I can only imagine how hard it must be for them.
Yeah.
Right? So sisterhood is needed more now than
100%.
ever.
It's like
I
if
think.
we're feeling it like this and we're at our big up, or not like
Right,
at a big
right.
up age, but like at our
Grown,
big age, and
yeah.
it's like we're feeling it. I can only imagine like the 12-year-olds who it's like they look
Oh,
like
Yes.
us.
right?
Like, what do you mean? Like, and it's like I feel bad because it's just like that's what it is now.
Yeah.
And you know, at least it's like if that's what it's gonna be, at least show positivity and show
Yeah.
the realness, because it's like
That's
little
why it's
girls
important to
look up
have
social
conversations like
media
this.
and,
Yeah.
you know, exactly.
Yeah, where they can listen and they're like, oh, it's okay to like be myself, and
Yes.
it's okay not to get filler and
Yup.
have my lashes done. That's a huge
Yeah.
thing
100%.
for little girls.
Yes.
How are you even affording that? Like, I know
Oh
your mom and
my
dad are paying for that.
God.
It's
Can we
weird.
talk about that?
That's
Little kids with
weird.
lash
The-
extensions?
The
Bro.
other day, I found out a 13-year-old or younger maybe, like she has lash extensions. to
Right?
go to
It's a
school.
thing.
I said,
It's
excuse me.
weird.
That's really weird.
right?
That's
That's
I
just-
think it.
It's sad. It's
And I
actually
think
so
it's-
sad.
Our responsibility as women
Yeah.
who are growing up with technology and social media to kind of have these conversations that they can be
Yeah.
like, okay, I don't have to be doing the most.
Yeah.
Or like posting things that I'm gonna
Yeah.
regret.
Yeah.
Right? Just because it's a trend. I'm seeing a lot of that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Especially with girls.
I hate how like all the like the new generation is just like doing everything basically what we didn't get to do. Like, bitch, you gotta start with the blue eyeshadow. You have to start
No,
with blue
actually, the
eyeshadow.
blue eyeshadow with
You gotta
like
glow up.
blending,
You
what happened to
gotta,
the glow up
like,
era? You know
you
that
have
cringe
to-
era?
Yeah,
Like,
there's
we're,
no
like-
there's no cringe at all. It's like
What?
wow,
You're
it's like
just-
you're 21 right now. What are you talking
What do you
about?
no for real?
But that's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like they
it
want
is.
to be.
There's
'cause,
like,
why
that's
are
how
you trying to
insecure
rush
There's
they
to
like
are.
grow?
no childhood. Like honestly, the kids these days, I'm so sorry if you guys are listening. You guys have no childhood. Like
For
this
real.
social media shit and makeup shit and looking good shit and TikTok shit.
For
I'm sorry,
real.
that's not real.
No,
and that's not a
it's
childhood.
not.
So
Yeah.
and it makes me sad because it's just like. When we were kids, we used to go to the park and sit under the what is it, the gazebo? The
Gazebo? Gazebo?
The gazebo. I can't say that.
Gazebo?
I can't say that. The
I kinda
gazebo.
like that.
Gazebo.
I can't say under the gazebo, and we would just like be there from like sun up to sundown, and it's like that's childhood, that's
Fact.
fun.
Right.
And then you wonder
Like,
why
it all comes down to overconsumption.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have like good parents who are kind of like taking away your phone or whatever it is, like an
Yeah.
But then
hour
it's like
use.
the parents are
like,
also the
your,
ones who
your
have
child's
the phones
screwed,
too.
and it goes back
Yeah.
to dopamine. All these kids who don't have discipline on their social media devices, they're all getting depressed at such young ages, and they don't
Yeah.
even know why. They don't
Yeah.
even understand why
they
yet.
They don't. Yeah.
Because they're flipping through these viral TikToks of gorgeous fake girls, guys
That's
with
actually fucked
6
up.
packs tall,
Yup.
6 feet with
Yeah.
bare bitches around them. Like it's
I'm
terrible.
21 and
It's
I have a
terrible.
Lambo and a
Yes.
mansion and $10 million, and it's
Right,
like
but little do they know that's not life. Like that's
No.
not happiness.
Yeah.
no.
it's not.
That's really not.
Honestly, material things aren't happiness, and money won't make you happy at all. Like
Absolutely.
you have to find. You really just do have to find your happiness in what makes you happy, and it's never anything materialistic.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, I mean, maybe
It's
for some
true.
people, but like me personally, I can say that like when I
It's
was
true.
like,
I mean, look at P Diddy.
yeah. Lol. Pause. Everybody on mute.
No, but like no, like literally, that's the perfect example.
Oh.
P Diddy has all the money in the world, and look at all that shit that's happening to him now.
Yeah.
Does it
Yeah.
mean anything?
No.
Nope.
He's the most hated guy on this planet almost, and for what? Like that all meant nothing. He has no one who actually loves him.
Yeah.
Nobody who cares about him. He ruined his entire reputation. Nobody's even talking to him now, which is also
Yeah.
I hate Hollywood.
weird.
Nobody's talking to P Diddy now, but they were talking to him this whole time, knowing damn well what he was doing. And now that he got exposed, everybody's trying to act like they care.
Yeah.
And nobody's talking to him. It's all like a bunch of social climbers,
Everybody
which
thinks
goes
about
to
their
show.
reputation.
Exactly.
Money doesn't equal happiness. Like look
Yeah.
at all these celebrities still trying so hard to like strive to be cool and like climb that social ladder, and it's
Yeah.
like it's sad. But they really don't
100%.
even have anybody around them who loves them.
It's like look at the
And who really
celebrities
cares
who
about
have
You're
it
really
all.
They're all
alone.
single. They're all
You know?
divorced. They're
Yeah.
all like cracked out.
Yeah.
It goes to show.
100%.
It's like they
It's
really have
not
nothing. It's like
everything.
you have everything, but it's like
But if you had
That's
nothing,
nothing.
would you have
grew-
anything?
Like you
Right?
got like you grew up like off of bullshit. Like
Yeah,
you know what I
ego,
mean? Your
ego.
growth
mhm.
was not done the right it was not done the right way. So
100%.
everything does catch up.
100%.
God knows who to get the fuck.
And I hope
Yeah.
social media continues to like expose these people, just so again little kids can
That's also why it's a
see.
good
Okay,
thing,
maybe
too,
that's
yeah.
not it. Like I don't have to feel this
100%.
way.
Yeah.
So it's like anybody who's watching who might feel insecure. Like what piece of advice can you guys give them to kind of achieve that self confidence?
Ooh.
Because I can say right now, like I'm not the most beautiful girl in the world. I'm not the most smartest girl, richest girl, but like I'm so confident. Like I'll walk in a room and I don't feel intimidated. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's
you
like
know your time.
I can walk into the room with like a billionaire next to me and I would not feel like I'm worthless just because you have money and I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Like I still know who I am, you know?
I would say honestly, confidence is a practice, and
Mm-hmm.
even if you don't feel confident, because one thing I will say is that it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if you lose the 10 pounds. It doesn't matter if you gain the 10 pounds. It doesn't matter if you
It's true,
get
it's
your
true.
lips done, get this, get this, get that. It doesn't matter if you tat yourself up,
Yeah.
do this, put on designer, drip that. No.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't change how you feel inside, nothing that you do on the outside will make you feel better. So it's like you have to learn to appreciate and love every part of you.
I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people who didn't know me, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, like, they'll probably think that I've achieved this confidence of, like, how I look, everything I've achieved, but I've been confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, way before I looked like this, like, I've been
Yeah.
confident. Even when I was, like, a little ugly waist-you, like,
Yeah.
I knew I was funny. I knew I had a good personality.
Yup.
I was like,
Like,
I'm a
off
good
the
person.
chain.
Yeah.
I'm a hype girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't matter if I'm not the prettiest girl. 'Cause I'm like,
Exactly.
I'm the shit.
It's
You
like
know?
confidence
And then the
in
glow up
other
happens
aspects,
after.
Yeah.
It starts from within.
100%.
And even as a woman, like you need to love yourself at every stage because your
Yeah.
body changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
You go from being a girl to a teenager to a woman, having kids,
Mm-hmm.
fucking menopause. Like your body's
Like,
constantly
yeah.
changing. If you don't love yourself for who you are,
Exactly.
honey, you're screwed.
Yeah.
It's like you're always looking back because
Yeah.
it's like, you know, when you look back at old videos and you're like, oh my gosh, I used to be
Oh,
so
yeah.
small.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I appreciated her. And it's like,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
appreciate her.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, you're always going to look back at, like the past and be like, I wish. And it's like, no,
Right.
start looking in the mirror and be like, you know what? I really like the fact that A, B, C, and D, or I like this about myself today, or I like this about myself today, or you know what? I did my hair.
Yeah.
That looks really good, or I did something new. That looks really
Right.
good, you know?
100%.
It's
Right.
like building it.
Yeah.
Right. Confidence really comes from within.
It's in me, not on me.
No.
Ooh,
100%.
I like that.
Yeah. No, definitely.
I like that. Especially in today's world where it's like, you know, you have everything done, you're wearing your
Yeah.
drip, like it's really in you, not
Yeah.
on you.
Exactly.
It's
really
it's just the personality. It's the walk. It's the people around you who uplift you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's if you walk in a crowd and people are not complimenting you, like your people, your friends, it's like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, it's either you a hater or I really look like shit. But like, you know what I mean?
Because your energy changes, like
Yeah.
the way you carry
it's all
yourself.
about energy. Yes,
Definitely.
take care of yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't want to hang out with you,
Who's going to?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like, you gotta be cool with yourself. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like,
right.
if you don't love yourself, who's gonna, like, how do you expect other people to love you? You know what
Word
I
to
mean?
RuPaul.
Yeah.
If you
Or
can't love
how do you
yourself,
love
how
other
in the hell are you gonna love
people?
somebody
Yeah,
else?
100%. Like,
Honestly, it's
Exactly.
true.
it's
Facts.
definitely like, you know, confidence is sometimes definitely a battle for a lot of people. For me personally, I have a very strong personality, so I just feel like if I had a unibrow or something, like, people still would fuck with me. You get what I'm saying? Like, shout out to the people with unibrows. I still got mine. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just a girl. We put that shit. But like, you know what I mean? But like, it's literally, it's you. You know what I mean? You gotta like
You versus
have
you.
that. You know what I mean? You have to have that love for yourself to like really know, like, yo, I'm really that bitch. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
can't nobody tell me shit.
Right.
Like, nobody ever.
Right.
And that doesn't
Yeah.
diminish, like, you having that confidence and feeling
Mhm.
like that about yourself does not diminish anybody
Mhm.
else. And
Right.
you know what I mean? It's like, it's not
Yeah.
even like, oh, I'm better than you or I'm better than. No, it's
Yeah.
like, I know myself and I know I'm the baddest. And
Yeah.
you should feel like that too. It's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I'm a
Right.
10, you're a 10, you're
Right.
a 10.
Yeah.
You're a 10.
Literally.
100%.
Exactly.
And I'm not
That should be
lying.
like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So before we wrap it up, what's one last piece of advice you guys can give to entrepreneurs out there who are kind of scared to start their journey, or who have already started their journey and they're feeling stuck in the rut?
Tough it out. You didn't start this journey for nothing. You're here for a reason. You did this for a reason. You had that dream and that thought for a reason. What's meant for you will always be for you. Just don't give up, ever. Never back down, never what?
Facts.
Definitely.
100%. So no one can take it away from you.
No.
Yeah, 100%.
So now, you guys, I'm about to do some crazy ass shit right now, okay? I'm about to get tatted live on air, because why not?
Hey,
Right?
sporadic.
Why not?
It's gonna be
I'm
fun,
actually gonna get
guys.
something tatted that kind of like means something to me. It's been meaning something for a while, so it's just like, why not? Might as well do it.
Yes.
I'm gonna get 777 tattooed, and it's not because of like the whole angel number
Yeah,
trend.
yeah.
It just means a lot to me in general. Like, it's
Yeah.
good luck.
Mhm.
I was born on the 7th. I was
Oh.
born in 97.
Mm.
Yeah, I have we're three siblings, 2 brothers and
Yeah.
myself, so there's 3 of us as well.
Yeah.
And I just feel like if I put it on my hand, I'm gonna get some good luck this year.
Yes,
On my right
100%.
hand, you know, those moves, shake some
Yeah.
deals. Hopefully get some success in my life.
No, for real.
All right, let's get to it.
Yay.
My hands are sweaty. I will tell you guys right now, though, it's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, what's the pain from one?
I mean, it has been about 2 seconds. Like a 5?
Not bad.
Yeah, it's actually not hurting that much right now. Wow.
Not bad,
Maybe
not
I was just a
bad.
pussy back then.
I mean, what did you get as your first tat?
Yo.
I have a quote here, and the quote it was on my rib cage too.
Nice.
It says, "I am mine before I'm ever anyone else's."
That's nice.
is
I love that.
Oh my
Wow.
god, I used to say that.
That is
Because
so
that
nice.
is so important.
It is.
And let's just talk about that for a second. Like we were
Yeah.
talking about like relationships.
Mhm.
It's like you really have to remember like you need to be there for you first
Yeah.
before anybody else. Even like being a mom, like you know how they always put their kids first. Like you need
You
to
have
make
put
sure
yourself
like
first.
yeah, you're
You
putting
have
yourself
to.
first too. Or how are you
Yeah.
gonna help other people, right?
Exactly.
When you got
100%.
yourself.
Definitely. It's like people may seem that's selfish, but it's like, how am I supposed to be the best version of myself for my people if I'm not taking care of myself first.
100%.
Yeah.
And like your kids see that too. Like this is one for the moms. Like growing up in an environment where like I saw my parents fighting all the time. It was just like I would have loved to see my mom just like put herself first.
Yeah.
That would have been nice
Definitely.
to see. And like your kids notice that shit too.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
And they learn from that.
They really do,
Like I felt like I was such a people pleaser for a long time because I would see that.
Yeah.
right? It's like you don't want to make anyone mad. You just do what they say, even if it like.
Hurts you.
Yep. And it
Yeah.
always does. Most times it does.
So true. Can't lie, I'm sweating a little bit. I can't lie, this is starting to hurt now.
Yeah, it's like,
Ooh.
you know, it's the
Shout out the Trim Queen. Shout out the Trim Queen, another boss woman in cannabis. She makes cannabis accessories. It's a candle.
This is so nice.
that's a big ass.
Yeah.
Can I
She
smell
makes a
this?
lot of different accessories, of course. She makes very motivational things, which is great for stoners who want to be productive and successful. She gives out sticky notes that say like 420 every day.
Cute.
Yeah. Shout out today's sponsor, Trim Queen. Go follow her. Ooh, dopest accessories.
The candle smells amazing, and there's a charm in
Right?
there. Like,
And there's a charm in
like,
there.
so
That's what's
cute.
cool.
No, I was
she
like,
has this
what?
candle. I'm gonna put her on right now. She has this candle that's like kind of like a mystery candle, and when it burns, there's like
Yeah.
a surprise in the middle.
I love.
Yeah, and the last one she gave me, it had a pair of earrings in the middle.
Nice.
So I was like, damn, like this isn't no little
That's
like
so
Kinder
fun.
surprise. Like this
know,
is a
right?
serious thing.
That is
Yeah. So
fun.
guys, go check her out. Some dope accessories from Dope Woman in Cannabis.
True successful business owners are successful because they actually care about what they do.
Yes.
Or they may not
yes.
care now, but they started off caring about what they do. So it's just like, if you
Yes.
don't care, then you're not going to make it, because when the money runs out, you have to care more than how much money you
Right.
make, you know?
Right.
And you have to like do it even when you have like, do it when you're not making money, do it when you don't have the
Right.
clients. It's like, it's still about showing up. So it's like, if you don't want to show up, or you're not willing to show up no matter what, doesn't matter if you take a break or like you go away for a year and come back, it's about showing up. And it's fake. Like, people just
Period.
don't want to show up. They just
I
wanna
read a
be
quote
there.
the other day and it really like clicked in my brain.
Mhm.
It was like you haven't failed anything
Mhm.
until you stop.
Yup.
You know how people say like he's a failed artist, he's a failed
Mhm.
entrepreneur. Until you actually say I'm done, I'm closing down the
Mhm.
business, I'm stopping my music, you haven't failed.
That is so true. Oh my god.
You only fail when you stop.
Wow. Needed that.
Facts.
Listening to what other people say will actually kill your dreams. Because it's like, how are you going to listen to somebody who's not doing what you're doing?
And you know what's crazy? A lot of those people will then do what they're telling you not to do.
Mhm.
And it's like, bruh.
It's like, they don't want to see, if they're doing that, they don't want to see you win.
100%.
Or they don't want to see you elevate better. They want to see you
100%.
win, but not more than them.
Ugh,
And it's
yeah.
like, don't you understand that if I fuck with you and like you're my friend and you're my people and you're my family and my circle, if I'm up, you're up.
Right.
Like, there's no competition over here, you know?
Right. Honestly, I've been kind of feeling that. I'm going to put the cannabis community on blast right now. I've been kind of feeling that with the cannabis community. Like, lately, everybody's kind of just trying to, like, chase the clout.
Mhm.
It's giving me, like, club vibes. Everybody's trying to throw sick parties and see who's the sickest, who has, like, the dankiest gas. And it's like, what happened to the One Love community? The whole reason,
Like,
like,
coming
that people
together.
smoke weed. It's, like,
Yeah.
coming together, One Love, like, feeling that chill vibes, not, like, any anxious shit.
Yeah, right?
And like now I'm starting to feel that in this community, and it's crazy.
That's sad.
Yeah, like, and sometimes
no.
people they'll meet me and they're like so shook that I like do this
Mm-hmm.
for the community, because I'm like, I know, like, people now they're so used to people doing shit for clout that when they see
True.
people actually genuinely doing something, they're like, what? Like, what's the
Honestly,
catch?
being an
Like, there
advocate
is no
really
catch.
hard. Cause it's like,
It
I'm
is.
doing this because being an advocate means you care.
Yeah,
Not for any.
period.
You're not doing
Honestly.
this because I'm trying to
Period.
like be a way for people.
Right.
I do this because I
Right.
care, because
Right.
it's impacted my life in a way that makes me want to show other people that, hey,
Exactly.
I give a fuck.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Mhm. If people work together, we could do a lot, guys. We don't gotta hate on each other.
That whole it takes a village,
it
like
does.
that's a thing for a
It
reason.
really does.
We're supposed to have villages and communities. Oh, we're
at
done,
that.
y'all. Hey, if I don't win the lottery this year, I don't know.
Facts.
She will.
She actually will. Don't sleep.
Yep.
Mark this
Give me
day.
some good luck this year. Blessings. Hey. All right, guys. Well, that wraps up today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. As always, we appreciate your love and support. Go follow them. Go support them. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Word on the streets. It's Bowls and Beats.
You
Bye.
dig.
Yeah, dude.